Link is out on the 1st of February on Blu-ray. I got a screener for it. It was one that I chased after because after just hearing about this movie, I was super interested in it. I will be picking this one up because it's really great. Now, this is directed by Richard Franklin, the man that did Road Games, Psycho 2. Great director who really knows what he's doing. I think he's an underrated director as well. This movie stars Terence as Dr. Stephen Phillip, and we get Elizabeth Shue as Jane, a kind of undergrad who wants to assist Terence in his experiments, his projects, whatever he's working on, and he invites her over the holiday period to come up and stay at his house and help him out with some of the things that he is working on. And when she gets there, she finds that there's 3 primates there. We get Voodoo, we get Imp, and we get Link, who is going to be the kind of crux of the story. And it's really small in cast. It's got a great kind of setup. This house overlooking the ocean, interesting. You get the logistics of the full place, and you get some wonderful performances from Link, Imp and Voodoo. I think are wonderful, particularly Link. And the basic story here is Link is an intelligent animal, really smart, knows roughly what's going on, and can sense the changing of the wind, and becomes a little bit murderous, ultimately chasing after Shue's character. It could be the idea of Shue arriving there, kind of snaps something in Link's mind, but he becomes the antagonist of the piece, and it is wonderfully staged and set up. Now, I checked out the trailer for this before I got the movie, and it just looked wonderful, but it looked really kind of hokey and silly, and I'm glad to say that the movie kind of treats it with a certain sense of relevance. You know, it doesn't point the finger and say this is incredibly silly, but it treats it kind of straight-faced and adds a good chunk of terror to it as well. And a lot should be said about the Jerry Goldsmith score, because I think it's utterly wonderful here, and it has a kind of whimsical nature about it, almost poking fun at the proceedings on screen, while the images can create a sense of terror or oddity, and this has a kind of odd music feeling about it as well. But it is a wonderful score that underlines this movie. Elizabeth Shue is pretty great. Terence is wonderful for what he is in the movie. He's not in it a lot, but he's in it a good chunk, and it's basically the Elizabeth Shue show as she tries to survive with Link just coming after her later on in the movie. But what I did like about this is it's not just a case of an animal snapping, it's an animal creating these thought patterns of killing people, hiding the body, setting things up, not alluding to his true feelings or what he's thinking. It has moments where it focuses on Link's face, and you can almost see what's going on behind the eyes of this animal, or what it's thinking, or what the filmmaker wants you to think that it is thinking. And there is countless wonderful set pieces in this movie of Link just unleashing his power and strength or smarts that is kind of terrifying, worrying, exciting, and it's just a terrific movie. And what most surprised me about this one is the fact that I've never heard about it. It's never something that's come up. I've never heard any of my friends talking about it. It's a movie that is really well constructed, edited and put together. You know, it has that idea of setting up these characters. It has this wonderful footage of all of the animals and what they're doing. It has some wonderfully just odd sequences. There's one where Shue is about to go for a bath and Link is being just in the face and just not allowing her any space whatsoever, and it's like a really good sense of atmosphere, of terror, of suspense without really saying anything. And a lot of the terror and atmosphere in this movie comes from a visual perspective. You know, we get shown these things that are terrifically well staged and build the suspense and tension. And I really do think that this is all down to Franklin's work, and everything I've seen of him has been really close to the master of suspense. He's taken a lot of notes and used them to wonderful effect in these kind of movies. It has a silly premise, it really does, and even the trailer makes it look a little bit more steeped within kind of genre exploitation film than it actually is. It's actually a really well constructed, staged and enjoyable thriller. I can't rave highly enough about Link. I put it on and was captivated from start to finish. I loved the movie. It is highly recommended. If you want to see an orangutan chase after Elizabeth Shue, break into houses, crawl through crawl spaces like John McClane in Die Hard, trying to get to his goal to brutally attack people, this is the movie. Absolutely terrific. I'd love to know your thoughts on Link. Let me know in the comment box below, and let me know if you're picking this disc up. I know I am, because it's well worth it, and I hope you pick this up and experience the absolute pure joy that is this film.